The Treksperts Quiz would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which this show is created. We pay our respects to elders past and present and extend that respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people today.
Double T Media.
You're listening to BQN. Assimilate the audio.
Well, hello and welcome back to the Treksperts Quiz, a Double T Media production which is home here on the BQN Podcast Network. It's great to be back, and before we begin, I just want to give a really big shout out to our network patrons here at the BQN, especially to this show's associate producers. We've got Lars DeSenza, we've got Matt Harker, we've also got Jason Anderson, and our brand new associate producer, Jerry Antamano. Thank you so much for your continued support of the program and the network. And I would just like to say, if you would like to support the show and the network and keep it coming to you every single week, you can become a patron of the network over at patreon.com/BQN. We've got a special series of events coming up for our network patrons, including our new show, which I will be hosting, Let's Fly, which is going to be a weekly post-discovery chat show where we will be welcoming all of our BQN hosts and all of our paid network patrons who can sign up for as little as $1 to come on and chat live on our BQN YouTube and Facebook page about the most recent episode of the final season. So keep an eye out for that. Search for BQN Podcasts on YouTube to find our main channel. All right, so we are back. We are not live today. This is a pre-recorded episode, but if you are watching the live premiere on YouTube, you can still continue to play along in the chat. And welcome as well if you are listening to the audio version of this program. Without further ado, I am going to introduce my guest host and scorekeeper for today. She's here with us more times than she's not. It's Emcee Frodis. Emcee, welcome back. Welcome back.
Hey, you can't keep me away.
Absolutely. I would not dream of doing so. And thank you, because I know you've got a big day of podcasting ahead. We are pre-recording this the same day that Strange New Pod goes live. And I'm sure you've got a lot to plan for that. So what's coming up on Strange New
Glutton
Pod?
for punishment. Tonight we're doing very short treks.
Oh,
So,
really? Oh, jeez, good luck with that.
Definitely glutton for punishment.
Look, some of them are fun. Some of them.
Yeah.
yeah. Love or hate, love or hate. And we've also got Last Days of Disco coming up soon on Strange
We
New Pod.
do. And I think somebody's going to be on the Last Days of Disco Festival.
I am indeed. We are planning something between myself, MC, the rest of Strange New Pod, and the Duros sisters. There's going to be a fun little twist on our Last Days of Disco episode, which will be coming up in just a few weeks' time. I'll publish the dates soon on socials once they're in. All right, so we have got 3 very fun contestants that we want to bring in today. They are from the Spocklight podcast. So I would like to welcome, let's energize the transporter, Matt, Liam, and Paul. Woo! Hello. So, question, who's Spocklight? Who started it? Or was it a joint thing?
Joint effort, but I believe the credit to the original idea goes to Paul.
Yeah, and funny, I was auditioning these two guys to see if we could do a podcast together when we made a short film which involved us pretending to be podcasters. I was like, let's see if we could just kind of do some scratch, here, see if we can kind of get some repartee going. And I was like, they passed. And then we could have ended up. I was like, I have an idea. It's been 20 years in the making to try and get these guys to watch Star Trek, specifically Star Trek: The Motion Picture. And then I find a very convoluted way of doing it. Let's do a podcast where I try and convince you guys to get into Star Trek by the virtue of those 13 films. And of course, 13. Well, it was 12 at the time, wasn't it, Liam? Like it felt like an easy order to do. It's like if it fails, we only commit to 12. You know, that's not too bad.
Yeah,
Wow.
it was pretty much like we debuted the same year as Star Trek Beyond, and we thought by the time a year has passed and we've covered each of these films one per month, we'll be well on the way to getting a fourth Star Trek film, which will cap off everything nicely. And until that fourth film arrives, we're stuck in this quantum realm forever. So luckily, we're never running out of Trek content as the time goes on. So yeah.
Well, there was no new Trek at the point we started, and then just been like, it's been spoils since
the
then,
monkey's paw closed, and the fountain, the geyser of new Trek content opened, and that's kind of been our focus for the most of the main episodes for the last few years. Actually, we're not a watch-along show, but we have been watching all the new Star Trek shows and doing season-long recaps at the end. So all the new stuff we've been following along as we go. Oftentimes, famously, a bit late with it as it goes along, as is our way. But we were late to the whole game. So it's been a great journey so far.
And the motion picture is an interesting starting point for everyone, Paul. Like, Matt and Liam, how did you find that as your gateway?
Well, I mean, when we first watched motion picture, I mean, funny enough, even though I was not a Trek fan prior to the podcast, I had seen all the films just because I'm a movie fan in terms of that's like movies are my passion. So I'd seen the films because they're films, and rather than seeing the series. And motion picture, I'd never been a fan of, I gotta say. Thought it was pretty Borsnor. I kept thinking that when we did it for the first ever episode, but it somehow since Paul has convinced us to watch it 2 more times since for the director's edition for the 40th anniversary, and then when the 4K version, the director's edition came out, we went to the Prince Charles Cinema in Leicester Square in London, watched it there, and I had an epiphany. Motion picture went from pretty much bottom of my kind of Trek movie ranking to now it's in the top half. It's really shot right up. I really feel that 4K director's edition completely kind of changed the game when it comes to that film. So it's been a long time coming, but it just goes to show, I think, how much we've evolved over time. That my appreciation for the motion picture is now there.
Persistent torture pays off after a while.
This is almost like
it's form of Stockholm syndrome.
It's almost like a lifetime character arc for us, because I've known Paul since we went to school, and you must have been talking about motion picture back then, and me as like a 12-year-old.
First thing you said to you,
I don't want to watch this, and then doing these 3 viewings for the podcast. Yeah, that last one really was kind of like, okay, you can't get any grander than a 4K presentation in a cinema, and I was pretty transported. So yeah.
What did that guy said that you were in afterwards? It was like the other ones don't even touch that, do they?
That's right. I was in the toilets afterwards. Yeah, and some guy was just like, basically going, "Well, they don't make it like this anymore." I'm like, yeah, good point. They don't.
Well, your topic today is interesting. So I've been conversing a lot with Liam on Instagram about getting you onto the show, and when I got you to fill out your questionnaires, you all said you loved Kirk and the original series, and so I went ahead and wrote you a big old original series quiz. And I then told Liam about that, and he said, can you make it about the movies? And unfortunately, I was like, no, I've already written it. So we're just gonna have to dive into this and see how we go. Now, I think from the sounds of things, Paul, you may have a little bit more of an edge, but look, and MC, we've got some low-hanging fruit in here, right? Like there's some
easy questions.
Yeah.
But I have a very weird. I'm on a curve.
We actually did a quiz on our 6th episode of the podcast when we were about to move from the original series movies to and the thing is, the original series, a lot of stuff Kirk Spock is in the kind of cultural lexicon. Like most people
Mhm.
walk up to the street, you say, "What's Star Trek?" They'll be, "Oh yeah, Kirk Spock." Whereas Next Generation, I feel, is when you start to go into more kind of fan kind of driven stuff.
Yeah,
And so
yeah.
we gave Matt a little quiz on TNG before we got into those movies, and Matt had never watched any TNG before, and some of the answers he came out with for that quiz were quite memorable. So there we go. So I'm looking forward to this.
Can't do
Alright.
it worse
I
than
also
that,
like
is what you're saying.
I love your description though of Quark when we got DS9. It was like the monstrous looking alien.
All right, well, let's dive straight into your game. So we're going to go into round 1. All right, round 1 is it's a general knowledge round. So this is going to cover the entire original series. And it'd be interesting to see how you go, how well you know your character names, your ship names, and importantly, your episode titles. So let's get your hands on your buzzers and get ready to play the Treksperts Quiz. Question 1. Which episode contains a monster that has earned itself a well-known nickname even though it is never named in the episode itself?
The gods of Archon.
Liam?
I've broken the rule already. I didn't even know the answer. It's a complete guess.
I'll have to go.
Incorrect.
I'm afraid. All right, buzzer's back open.
Paul?
Devil in the Dark?
Incorrect.
Good guess. Good guess.
Mhm.
So that leaves Matt. Matt, do you want to have a free shot at it?
I'm going to head for the Return of the Archons.
Are you looking at a
Archons.
list of episode names? Sorry.
Incorrect.
It's-
Got it in. Oh, no.
No, but it's worth to have a guess because you got a 1 in 79 chance. So the episode is called The Man Trap, which was actually, despite not being the first episode produced, was the first episode.
It's the Salt
aired.
Monster.
The
Episode
Salt
aired, yeah,
Monster,
yeah.
yes. So we all
Yeah,
commonly
the
know
salt vampire.
Salt Vampire,
yeah,
Salt
but- and it looks
Succubus.
like
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like a hot 60s chick occasionally.
Yeah, I think it's considered canon now because Lower Decks, they call it Assault Vampire.
Yes, that's true. That's true. All right. Second question. Journey to Babel featured the first appearance of which popular character?
Paul?
Sarek.
There you go. Well done.
Oh,
Point.
well done.
Point
Off
on
the
the
mark.
board. Now,
Or
The-
Amanda.
yeah, Amanda. Okay. Yes, if you'd said
Or,
Amanda,
yeah.
I would have given you the point too, because Amanda is just as popular.
Or blue twinkly guy.
The Andorian.
Andorian person.
Yeah,
Andorians,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
what I was. That's what I was gonna go for.
Blue twinkle.
I would have been wrong.
All right, this will test your knowledge. Question 3. What is Chekhov's full name, including his middle name?
Liam?
Anton Pavel Chekhov.
Incorrect.
Oh, fucking hell.
I mean, you're on the right path, but I'll open the buzzer back up.
Like you were going Antoine Yelchin, Pavel Chekhov.
I thought that's where it was going. When you said it, I thought that was right. Pavel's in there, right?
Paul?
Pavel Andreevich Chekhov.
That's correct.
Nice.
Very
Okay,
well done.
Close.
All right, your fourth question. In A Private Little War, what does Dr. McCoy conclude is the reason why a bullet to the chest did not kill Spock?
Matt?
Is his heart in a different place?
I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Yeah.
Mhm.
Liver and heart were basically swapped
Switched.
around. Yeah.
Yes. Knew it's some anatomy thing.
Yeah. Question
Because
5.
he's too popular a character.
Yeah, true. That too. In Trouble with Tribbles, Chekhov claims that what is a Russian invention?
Hmm.
Liam?
the transporter?
Incorrect.
Good guess.
Paul?
Is it whiskey?
Incorrect.
Matt?
Chess.
Incorrect.
Worth a shot. No, it is quadrotriticale, which is the grain that is being transported in that episode.
Of
So
course,
close.
the grain.
The grain. I remember the grain. I do.
I reckon someone might get this one. What was the name of Khan's ship?
Paul?
Maybe.
Verified.
Yes, which is just a boring old suburb in Sydney. I always loved watching that episode. It's not boring, but Botany Bay's lovely. But I always loved in the episode as a kid. They were like, oh yes, the site of the Australian penal colony. I'm like, isn't that just Australia?
Can't we shake off this whole penal vibe at this point? Yeah, even in the future.
Okay, so question 7 of 9. Question 7 of 9 is always worth a few points. So we've got 3 points up for grabs here if you can tell me what years the original series ran from and to.
Paul?
66, 67, 68? Well, it ran to 6. Yeah, it did end in 69, though, didn't it? But
It did.
run in
It did.
66, yeah.
It did. It ran from 66 to 69, so that's 3 points. Well done. And second last question, what was the name of the planet in This Side of Paradise?
Matt?
Rigel 7.
Incorrect.
I don't know the answer.
Liam?
Flower planet.
Incorrect.
Flower planet.
Yeah. They were always the Eden any of the planet. If there was a flower or some pot plants on it, it'd be like, oh, it's like Eden. Paul, do you know the planet?
Oh, is it California Prime?
Incorrect.
Omicron Ceti 3. Now, this last question is a real deep cut, and I was surprised that this showed up as a trivia question when I was doing some research on this. In the cage, what color were number 1's nails painted?
Paul?
They are sort of like I know it's like kind of a beigey color. It's like a browny beige color, right?
Incorrect.
Afraid not. Buzzer's back open.
Liam?
Purple.
Verified.
Correct.
Literally total guess. And I think I was just thinking purple because your hair, in all honesty.
Well done. Pays to guess. All right, that's the end of the general knowledge round. MC, how are the scores looking?
So we've got Matt and Liam tied for second with 1 point, and Paul with a healthy lead of 6.
I like that. Tied for
Okay.
second, not tied for last.
Yes. Very polite, yeah. All right, let's kick this up a notch with round 2. All right, round 2 is the behind the scenes round. So I'm sure you're all very, very well versed on what was going on behind the scenes. However, I found out something really new when researching this round that I did not know, and I cannot wait to share it with you, but it's going to come a little bit later. First question, though, hands back on buzzers. Who was the famous guest star in the episode City on the Edge of Forever?
Matt?
Dinah Rigg.
Incorrect.
No.
I know it is.
Liam?
Joan Collins.
Verified.
Correct. Well done.
That's who I meant. That's who I meant.
All right.
Damn the Avengers.
Your second question: which cast member was originally approached to play the role of Spock?
Liam?
DeForest Kelly?
Verified.
Correct. Well done.
Pays to guess.
Makes sense.
Does?
He does indeed. And for question 3, why was Walter Koenig specifically brought on board to play Chekhov?
Paul?
It's because the monkeys were a big thing, and they wanted somebody young to kind of appeal to that fan base.
Can you get a bit more specific?
I mean, it could be. I mean, is it a different answer? Am I on the right track?
You are very close,
Yeah.
but there's something just a little more detail I need.
Okay, well, I mean, he's wearing a wig, so it's clear he didn't have that hair already. So it wasn't just like, that's just a monkey.
You might need to have some monkeys knowledge.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I've got nothing else to give you.
Data insufficient.
We're gonna hold that. We may give you a half point.
Yeah.
And I'll open up the buzzer. Liam.
Liam?
I mean, is it just the same answer except it was that the Beatles were popular rather than the Monkees
Incorrect.
in terms of it was the
No. So
Oh.
Matt, I'll give you a go. Now, Paul was very close.
Oh God, I don't quite know what the specific will be. Did he sing backing vocals for the Monkees? He's an ex-monkey, and so they brought him in.
Incorrect.
No. So look, you were so close on the right track, and MC, I'll leave it up to you whether we award a half point. It's because he looked like Davy Jones from the Monkees. So
Yeah.
that was the very.
Speaking
that was,
as a Monkeys
knew-
fan, he does not. He absolutely does not look like
I
Davy
say,
Jones.
like, I used to watch the Monkees TV show. You don't fucking look like any of them. Like, you know.
Then I saw
The
his
casting director was
face,
just like, it's the
and he
best
looked
we've
nothing
got.
like
Get
it.
him in.
all right. Question 4.
But I will
yeah.
will award a half point for that.
Yeah. There we go.
So where is that going again? It's been a while.
It's question 3.
Okay.
All right. Question 4. How did James Doohan lose one of his middle fingers?
Paul?
In the Second World War.
Verified.
Yep. Friendly fire, apparently, as well. Question 5.
Is his deflector shields up?
Dr. Sally Ride, the first female astronaut, was recruited to NASA by which Star Trek actor?
Paul?
Nichols.
Verified.
It was Nichelle Nichols. Now, the next question is my favorite. Why did Gene Roddenberry get half of the royalties for the show's theme song?
Paul?
Because he wrote lyrics to it.
He did.
Verified.
Now,
That son of a bitch.
I didn't know this, and so I've prepared a little entertainment for everyone.
Oh.
Yep.
Space, the final frontier.
We all know this part.
These are the voyages of the starship Enterprise. Its 5-year mission, to explore strange new worlds.
Hold on
to seek
tight.
out new life and new civilizations. To boldly go where no man has gone before.
Beyond the rim of the starlight, my love is wandering in starflight. I know he'll find in star-clustered reaches love, strange love a star woman teaches. I know journey never ends. His Star Trek will go on forever. But tell him, while he wanders his starry sea, remember me. Jesus.
That's the single.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very good.
I quit. Not the show. I quit being a Star Trek fan.
Leslie Bracus, like eat your heart out. Yeah.
Have you
When
heard
we
them?
jumped in, I thought, where did you find a recording of it? Oh no, okay, yes, here we go.
Has anyone heard them before or seen them?
I have.
I
heard
think
them
I
before,
have.
yeah.
Yeah, I think I have.
I
Yeah.
don't know how
oh.
I got to. I have been watching Star Trek since I was 5 years old, and I host a quiz show about Star Trek, and I had no idea those
Still.
lyrics existed until yesterday.
Did you know
It's
there was
like the
lyrics
missing
to,
part. Oh, you go on.
to Ailea's theme on motion picture as well? So Goldsmith wrote some lyrics to go along with that, so that can be heard.
And
Yeah,
allegedly,
obviously.
it's a bit. It was just a bit of a big old fu from Roddenberry to to the composer of the original theme.
Well, he was quite good at like getting royalties for like extra bits
Ah,
that he
yeah,
didn't have
yeah,
to work
yeah.
that too hard for. Like with the, he the motion picture, like he wrote the novelization and sold the rights for more than the fee the screenwriter got for the film, and rubbed it in his face like constantly.
I mean, he
Yeah, and that's
clearly
why the IDIC pin exists.
he clearly intended for them to not be used, or he did. Like, I mean, strange love, a star woman teaches. It's-
The lyrics are abysmal. They don't even
He's pulling
fit.
he's pulling at the producers, and he's like, "I make this so bad they won't
yes,
use it."
yes,
And
yes.
that's what I
Springtime for
actually
Hitler.
want. I just want them royalties, baby.
All right, let's try and move past that. I think we all need to.
I'm not sure if that's possible.
Yeah. Question 7 of 9. There are 2 points. What are the titles of the 2 novels that Leonard Nimoy wrote about being Spock?
I am
Paul?
not Spock, and I am Spock.
Verified.
That is correct. Well done, Paul. All right, second and last question for behind the scenes. Before his shirtless scenes, what did William Shatner have to do?
Press
Liam?
ups.
Say
Press
again.
ups.
Dress ups? What?
Press
Press ups.
Oh, press ups.
ups. It's my fault. Press ups. To pump himself up a bit.
No.
I mean,
Incorrect.
probably, but he's never said so.
Yeah. I wouldn't put it past him, but okay.
Matt?
Oiling himself up in some manner.
Incorrect.
I mean, maybe, but
We're
that's
getting closer to some
Or-
sort of primal deal here.
Yeah, I mean, you're focusing on the right part of his body.
Paul?
I suppose it's probably not right, but remove his girdle.
Incorrect.
No. He had to have his torso shaved.
Oh,
Yeah.
And
It grew
thankfully
hair
for
that
all of us,
quickly.
Leonard Nimoy said no.
Yeah. All right, final question for behind the scene. Which birds apparently kept interrupting the filming of the first pilot?
Liam?
Seagulls.
Incorrect.
Paul?
pigeons.
Verified.
It was pigeons. Well done, Paul. And that is the end of behind the scenes. MC, score update, please.
So we've got Matt with 1, Liam with 3, and Paul with 11 and a half.
Hey.
Oh, double
Just
digits
pulling
over
ahead
it.
here.
I'm catching up. Catching up.
That's all right.
Warp speed to time,
Warp
boys.
speed, yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta, let's give you something to kind of get in the mood.
Come on, Beverly.
That's it. Beverly wants you to win. I just like using that button. All right, we are gonna jump into round 3. Okay, round 3 is the Who Said It round. I will read a quote from the original series, and you can get 2 points. You can get a point if you know who said it. You can get a second point if you know what episode it was said in. If you know, if you know one or the other, it's fine. You don't need to get both right. So 2 points potential. All right.
By the way, you just unlocked it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Question 1 or quote number 1 is an absolutely awful quote. Her life could have been as rich as any woman's, if only. If only.
Paul.
It's Kirk about the mad scientist woman on the last episode of Star Trek, isn't it?
It is Kirk. Do you know what the name of that episode is?
It's no, I've forgotten.
I mean, you will get the point. I don't suppose anyone else. I'll clear the buzzer. Does anyone know?
Oh, I do. Like, yeah.
Liam?
Too late now.
Liam.
Turnabout intruder.
There you go. We'll give you.
I only
the
remember
point.
it because it's the last one. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it
it's
is.
the worst quote in Star Trek history.
It is the worst, and it's one of the worst episodes. It's absolutely awful. You know, the premise.
One of the
how
few
it all
episodes I
ends,
saw
is it?
before the podcast.
Mm.
Yeah, this is the ending. This is the big finale.
As in that's like the
original
last
series.
line of the show, or it's just said in that last episode.
I think it is the final line of the series.
It is
isn't
the
it?
last line, yeah.
Yeah.
What
It's
a way to go out.
even the way Kirk, like William Shatner, portrayed a woman trapped in his body is atrocious. It's such a
Yeah.
horrible way for such a progressive show to go out. But anyway, there was quite a few in my research, quite a few quotes like that came up. I used that one. I decided not to use any of the others because, you know, they were wrong then, and I don't think it's right to make fun of them now. All right, so question
We had that
2.
come up as well.
Yeah. The second one. I'll protect you, fair maiden.
Paul.
Is that McCoy?
Incorrect.
Oh,
Nope.
Shore Leave episode, though, right?
No.
Matt.
Sulu?
Was? Do you know what episode it was?
I'm gonna have to guess and say Shore Leave?
Incorrect.
Unless you already... No, you said no for that.
That's all good. I'll give... Yeah, Liam, do you want to have a shot at the episode title?
It's Naked Time. It's when he's got the sword.
Hey, yeah, well
Mhm.
done. There you go.
And it's got the best ad lib response with Uhura going, "Excuse me, neither."
This is my thing, as Matt knows. The only thing I have able to retain knowledge on is basically episodes and where things go in order. Series. That's it.
That's a handy
In any
knowledge to have
show.
on this show.
That's a
so-
handy
Good.
thing, yeah.
Very good.
All right, so your third one. If I jumped every time a light came on around here, I'd end up talking to myself.
Matt.
I'm gonna guess Scotty?
Incorrect.
Afraid not.
Paul.
McCoy?
It was. Do you know what episode that's from?
Just name an episode. It's really difficult now.
Just pull up a list like
Erin
Matt.
of Mercy.
Incorrect.
Liam, we'll give you a shot.
I'll say Devil in the Dark just because surely they've got to switch the lights on at some point.
Incorrect.
Nice one.
No, it was from the Corbomite maneuver. The next one cracks me up. Oh, my paws and whiskers, I'll be late.
Is that the White Rabbit in Shore Leave?
It is. Yeah. Shore Leave's been said about 3 or 4 times now, so it had to.
Surely it had to be the answer eventually.
Yeah. 2 points. Well done. Well done. Okay, your fifth one. After a time, you may find that having is not so pleasing a thing after all is wanting.
Matt?
I'm going to guess Spock. It sounds like a Spock thing to say.
Verified.
It is
Uh-huh.
Spock. What episode?
Let's go with... Ooh, Sit on the Edge of Forever? Sounds like the end of that.
Incorrect.
No.
Ooh.
Nope.
Paul?
It's is it the Paradise episode? That I can't remember the full title of it though. Taste of Paradise?
Incorrect.
No. I know. I think it's got. Is it Taste of Paradise? Is that it?
It's This Side of Paradise.
This Side of
I
Paradise.
know the exact part that you're thinking of, and it's very close, but
Yeah.
that's not it.
Yeah, it's a mock time. So that's what he says to to
Don.
That's it. Yeah, it's Don. The name just escaped me for a moment. After it just goes off and marries his fiance. But oh well. Number 6. You are the Kirk, the creator. You programmed my function.
Paul?
Is that the robot in The Intruder? The Doomsday device. Robot in it.
The robot. Don't get it.
Incorrect.
Say no.
Programming.
Liam?
What are little girls made of? The episode
Incorrect.
and oh no.
I mean, do you want to have a shot at a character name?
An evil computer.
Insufficient data.
Afraid not. Matt, you can have a crack at it.
Yeah, Christ, no idea. Data, time traveling, back to the original series somehow.
Incorrect.
No, it was Nomad in the Changeling. Okay, so for the next one, you're going to have to listen carefully. So you are about to hear, this is an audio question. There are 8 different segments that you're about to hear from different episodes. Try to take note and tell me, buzz in at the end and name as many of the episodes as you can. One of the episodes appears twice. So you will pick up a bonus point if you can tell me which one appears twice. Listen carefully.
Mr. Spock, are you all right?
Yes, I believe no permanent damage was done.
What happened?
The occipital area of my head seems to have impacted with the arm of the chair.
No, Mr. Spock. I meant, what happened to us?
That we have yet to ascertain.
Lincoln died 3 centuries ago on a planet hundreds of light years away.
More that direction, engineer.
Thank heaven.
Mr. Scott, there was no deity involved. It was my cross-circuiting to be that recovered them.
How close will we come to the nearest Klingon outpost if we continue on our present course?
1 parsec, sir. Close enough to smell them.
That is illogical, Ensign. Odors cannot travel through the vacuum of space.
Opportunity? Now listen, Spock, you may be a wonderful science officer, but believe me, you couldn't sell fake patents to your mother.
I fail to understand why I should care to induce my mother to purchase falsified patents. Can you give me warp 8?
Aye, sir. And maybe a wee bit more. I'll sit on the warp engines myself and nurse them.
That position, Mr. Scott, would not only be unavailing, but also undignified.
I tell you better come on back down.
Racco's put the bag on your captain. Why would he put a bag on our captain?
Kidnapped him, you dope.
You realize that the aim will, of course, be very crude.
I don't care if you hit the broadside of a barn. Just hurry, please.
Captain, why should I aim at such a structure?
Mind, Spock. Just get on with the job.
That's it. Buzz in and see if you can tell me which episodes you heard there.
Liam?
I mean, obviously, I have no idea if this is right, but I'm gonna take a guess at Spock's Brain, Who Mourns for Adonis, Trouble with the Tribbles, Journey to Babel, and Spectre of the Gun.
So you got one right there.
Okay.
And that was Trouble with Tribbles. So I will clear the buzzer.
Matt?
So Trouble with the Tribbles. I've got a good feeling. As Liam, you said Spock's Brain. I also wrote that down, so I won't say that. I'll go with the ones I wrote down: Space Seed, This Side of Paradise, Cat's Paw, Mirror Mirror, A Private Little War, and Tomorrow is Yesterday. Don't know how many guesses that was. 6.
Now, so Liam already got Trouble with Tribbles, so Liam's got the point for that. Unfortunately, none of those were correct. And Paul, what are your guesses?
Okay, so I was gonna think it was Squire of Gothos, Galileo 7, the Mud's Women, and Piece of the Action, Private Little War, Assignment Earth. I feel like Assignment Earth maybe appeared twice.
And
Errand of Mercy.
So you said A Piece of the Action. That was the only one you got correct. You said Mud's Women. It was the second Mud episode, I Mud. That was in there.
Yeah.
The other episodes were That Which Survives, which appeared twice. The Savage Curtain, Obsession, The Trouble with Tribbles, which Liam got, I Mud, A Piece of the Action, and Patterns of Force. And I chose most
This
of
was
that.
a hard one.
Yeah. And mostly because it's just Spock being sassy in a lot of them, which I always find really amusing.
That was the round that like inspired me most. Like I just could go back and watch these again. They sound great.
There's some good dialogue there.
Yeah.
All right, second last quote. The key word in your entire peroration, Mr. Spock, was deaf, barbarians. Well, of course, I left.
It's which episode again?
Who said it and which
Liam?
episode?
Plato's Stepchildren.
That's incorrect.
Incorrect.
But have a guess at who might have said it.
Kirk.
Incorrect.
Buzzer's back open.
Paul?
Is it the Savage Curtain again?
Incorrect.
Like it's Abraham Lincoln.
Matt, do you know?
I'll go Chekhov, Devil in the Dark.
Incorrect.
No, it was Mud in I Mud again. So Harcourt Fenton Mud. All right, your last quote, and we'll end this torture. Most curious creature, Captain. Its trilling seems to have a tranquilizing effect on the human nervous system.
Liam?
I mean, in terms of characters, it's got to be Spock.
Verified.
Yep.
In terms of anything else, Trouble the Tribbles.
Verified.
Well done. Well done. That is the end of the Who Said It round. And we had some shift in the points there. MC, where are we ended up going into warp speed?
So going into warp speed, we have Matt with 3, Liam with 8, and Paul with 16.5.
Hey. All right. This could all change because we are about to go into warp speed. All right, the warp speed round is your final round of Treksperts Quiz. It is 20 rapid fire questions. It is a full photon torpedo spread. Questions will come at you very, very fast, one after the other. If I do not get an answer within a few seconds, you'll hear this.
Unable to comply.
And I will move on. Get your hands on buzzers. Let's get ready to play the final round. Question 1. What is Kirk's middle name?
Paul?
Tiberius.
Verified.
Well done. Question 2. Which crew member gained godlike powers in Where No Man Has Gone Before?
Matt?
Oh, no. It's gone. I know the guy. We joke about him all the time. No, it's gone.
Unable to comply.
I'll open the buzzer. One more shot.
Paul?
Gary Mitchell.
Verified.
That was Gary Mitchell. Well done. Question 3. Crewman Green's death was not noticed immediately. Why did it take the Enterprise crew some time to realize he was dead?
Liam?
They didn't like him. They just weren't bothered.
Incorrect.
Buzzer's back open. One more person.
Matt?
Was he cloned? Was there 2 of them?
Incorrect.
No, unfortunately, that is not correct. The salt vampire was impersonating him. Fourth question, not final question. What was the name of the silicon-based life form?
Paul?
Porter?
Verified.
From Devil in the Dark. It's finally there.
Finally.
According to Chekhov, where was the Garden of Eden?
Paul?
St. Petersburg.
Incorrect.
One more if you can have a shot.
Unable to comply.
Just outside of Moscow. Next question. Lieutenant Lieutenant Uhura's name translates to what in English?
Unable to comply.
Freedom. Question 7. How many episodes were in the first season?
Paul?
29.
Verified.
It was 29. Question 8. Who was the first character to be on the receiving end of a Vulcan nerve pinch?
Paul?
Is it Kirk?
Verified.
Correct. Well done. How many episodes were there in total in the original series?
Paul?
79.
Verified.
Who convinced Nichelle Nichols to remain on the show after the first season? Whoop.
Oh, we're still on.
There we go.
Liam?
Martin Luther King.
Verified.
Absolutely.
Junior.
Yeah. What did Gene Roddenberry do before Star Trek and TV writing?
Paul?
He worked for the US Navy.
Incorrect.
I think he may have been in the armed forces at some point, but
He
not.
was in the Navy, but
Yeah,
he
yeah.
had an actual job.
There was something in between. Yeah.
Half a point.
Unable to comply.
He was he was a police officer. Apparently, he named the Klingons after someone he worked with in the police force in the LAPD. Okay, next question. If you were in the captain's chair, facing the view screen, who would be in front of you on your left?
Liam?
Sulu?
Verified.
Well done. What is the name of the alternative to the Federation in Mirror Mirror?
Unable to comply.
The Terran Empire. The Romulans copied which species' starship design?
Paul?
The Klingons?
Oop, wrong button. Yes, it was the Klingons. What was the first episode to actually air in the US?
Liam?
Mantra.
Verified.
Yes, very conscious that I
You
accidentally let that slip before. Question 16. Assignment Earth featured which time-traveling spy?
Matt?
James Bond.
Incorrect.
I'll give one person a shot.
Paul?
Was it Gary 7?
Verified.
It was Gary
It's a lot of
7.
Garys.
Quentin Tarantino would like to make a Star Trek film that is a sequel to which episode?
A piece of the
Liam?
action. Oh, sorry. A piece of the action.
Verified.
Good work. Question 18, where a strange radiation does what to the crew in The Deadly Years?
Paul?
Ages them.
Verified.
Who was the crazed Commodore in The Doomsday Machine?
Paul?
Matt Decker?
I mean,
Verified.
it was Commodore Decker, not Matt Decker. Matt Decker's the, I think, half point. What do you reckon?
It could be a half point. I went for a full point just
okay
because we don't know what his first name is.
I knew
so
what.
Yeah.
I was going to say Commodore Decker, but I was like, trying to be funny. Oh, clever.
We'll give you the point. Final question. How many times was the phrase "beam me up, Scotty" used in the show?
Paul?
0.
Verified.
Well done. All right. We are just answering all stop. We are out of warp. That is the game. Well done, all. MC. Where did we end up?
It's all changed.
Who is the ultimate Treksperts for today?
So
I know this
we
one. I
had
know this
Matt-
one.
we had Matt with 3, Liam with 12, but Paul could not be caught with 27 and a half.
Well done.
Liam, you really, in the second half of the game, you started to make up some ground, but he was just too far in front of you. And I feel like this was just Paul, just showing off how much more he knows than you two, to be honest. Paul, how does it feel? Give us your victory speech, my friend.
I just feel very pleased with myself, to be honest. I surprised myself how much I knew. Yeah, I'll be telling my friends and family about this.
and as
we should.
I was going to say, as a second alternate, Matt, what's your concession speech?
Oh my god. Well, to be fair, this sounds like a workman blaming his tools. I did know a lot of that speed round. I wasn't quite quick enough on the buzzer. And Gary Mitchell, the second it went off me, I knew it was that guy. But yeah, I'll be back.
If in doubt, just say Gary.
And Liam, final words from yourself.
Well, I should say full disclosure for the viewers at home. Paul is the only one of us who has seen every episode of the original series. So there's something of an advantage, I would say. But this has, to be honest, we all do have a lot of love for the original series from what we've seen so far. And this has inspired me to go to the beginning and just start working through episode by episode, which is something I've never done before. So there you go.
Many have gone before.
Yeah, get ready to be mildly impressed sometimes. All right. Well, thank you so much. That was a very, very entertaining game. Before we wrap up, let's do a quick round of promotion. MC, what's going on in your world?
Like we said at the beginning, the Last Days of Disco Festival is going to be starting on Strange New Pod coming up soon. And I'm hoping to get some stuff up on my YouTube and keep an eye out on my social media because I might be having some things coming out that people can buy soon.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. That's exciting. Keep an eye out for that. And my friends from Spocklight, who does the Spocklight? Here's where you can find us.
That's usually my job, in all honesty. So, yeah, you can find us at Twitter, now known as X, Instagram, Facebook, at Spocklight Pod, and at all good podcast places. Spocklight, we've got the episode we've got coming up is our Strange New Worlds Season 2 review episode. As Matt was saying earlier, we don't do hot takes on Spocklight. We do considered analysis, which is why we take so fucking long to get around to reviewing the episodes. So, you know, that is coming soon, but that is a barnstormer of an absolute epic review episode with Sam Clements for the 90 Minutes or Less Film Fest podcast, joining us to discuss that. And we've got loads and loads of other episodes already available. We've done over 100 Spocklights now, and there is tons of stuff in there, from looking at individual episodes to new seasons of New Trek to interviews with people like Robert Sallin, the producer of Star Trek II, Wrath of Khan, some of the cast members of Discovery as well. And we also look at films featuring members of Star Trek alumni in front and behind the camera as well. And also guest appearances on other iconic TV shows, such as William Shatner in Columbo, and also William Shatner in Boston Legal and TJ Hooker as well, and other people apart from William Shatner as well. So yeah, there's basically, if you need an introduction guide to Star Trek, I think we're a good place to start.
Excellent.
100 episodes, 3 points.
We're going to be doing one episode on the commercials of Star Trek. So anytime they went on TV to hawk something, I'm going to try and rank those. I can't wait to try this one.
Can't wait for that.
Wow. Deep cut. Well,
deep cuts, yeah.
That all sounds fantastic. So, listeners, viewers, make sure you check out everything going on over in MC's world in Strange New Pod, and keep an eye out for her new range of merchandise. And of course, go and check out Spocklight. It is a very fun and entertaining program, as you can probably sense from the time we've spent with these three guys today. However, if you were playing along at home and you felt that you could beat Paul at his own game, well, why not register to be a contestant on the Treksperts Quiz? You can register by heading over to our website, trekspertsquiz.com. There is a big old registration page right there, front and center, when you go there. You can also reach out to me on any of the socials. I am on Instagram. And moving off X on Blue Sky and Facebook as well. And the BQN network has now got its own Discord server, which is growing in membership and activity every single day. Don't forget to keep an eye out for more information on Let's Fly, our limited run Discovery series that I will be hosting with our network patrons, and will be going live for others to watch on YouTube and Facebook as well. We will commence the week before Discovery goes live, so we'll do a pre-show episode where we reflect on what has happened in Discovery so far and give our predictions on what we think will happen in the final season. As for Treksperts Quiz, that is it for now. We've got more coming up soon with our first Contact Day special and lots of other things planned. So until next time, no matter what you do and no matter where you go, please make sure you go boldly, live long and prosper. Peace out.
LAP.
What else can you listen to on the BQN? Replicate yourself a mug of hot chocolate and join Amy, Mark, Christos, and Kelvin as they discuss everything and anything in the Star Trek universe on All Good Things. Boost yourself with an energy drink and join Davey on YouTube and Twitch for reviews and live streams of classic, cheap, and sometimes more recent video games on Bargain Bin Gamer. Brew yourself a pot of coffee and join Jeremiah to discuss Star Trek Voyager on The Captain's Couch. Mix your favorite cocktail and join Mark and Matt at Cinema Z to discuss the films you probably missed but should definitely check out. Pour a cup of tea, Earl Grey, hot, and listen to Stephen and Keith as they discuss the next generation of Trek on Galaxy Class. Get yourself something caffeinated and learn an interesting bit of history with Chrissy and Jason on History with the Zalogis. Have a bowl of Flo-Meek soup and join Thad and Chrissy and a guest to discuss new episodes of Star Trek as they are released on Infinite Diversity. Have something to sharpen your mind and put your Trek knowledge to the test with the Treksperts Quiz. Take a bite out of something that didn't seem edible and join Kyle, Kevin, Amy, and Haley covering all things in New Trek, including that show that is Trek in all but name, The Orville, on Union Federation. Get your Sunday brunch ready for The View Screen, a live weekly talk show hosted by Kelvin and Amy with featured guests talking about all things Trek. Pour a glass of wine and spill some tea with Christos while he discusses current Trek news and events and explores the world of fandom via guest interviews, all with an LGBTQIA+ perspective on What's the Tea, Bev? And Patreon members get to pass around that green bottle of Aldebaran whiskey once a month on the round table, and they can listen to It's Green with Mark White and Amy's Math Moments.
Double T Media.